Is Donald Trump even running a presidential campaign? Honestly, I ask that because we keep televisions on quite frequently in the office here, and I have seen countless ads for Hillary Clinton. I have not seen a single one for Donald Trump, and I live in the pivotal swing state of the state of Florida.
And CNN projects Donald Trump will carry the state of Florida. Donald Trump wins Florida, a huge win for Donald Trump.
There are no Donald Trump ads. There's plenty of cars with Trump bumper stickers.
He predicted he would win Florida. He has won Florida.
What exactly is Donald Trump playing at here?
The 45th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
We know it's a con game, but this man clearly does not want to be president because he's not even really campaigning. I mean, look, Hillary Clinton, she's going to win this election.
She's going to win this election.
So we can now project the winner of the presidential race. CNN projects Donald Trump wins the presidency.
There's no question about that. She's going to win. At this point, honest to God, anybody that the Democratic Party had put up would have won.
I've just received a call from Secretary Clinton. She congratulated us, it's about us, on our victory.
Donald Trump is the easiest candidate Democrats have ever been up against. And it's one of the reasons because he's not campaigning. He's surrounded himself with a bunch of yes men who are somehow dumber than he is, who do not know how to run a campaign. I'm sure Karl Rove could have used some money at this point, and he really could have helped you out there, Donald. But Donald Trump, being, according to him, the smartest guy in the room, no matter which room he walks into, thought he could do it his own way.
Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton coming in. So much disappointment for them. They thought up until the last moment this was a campaign they would win. Instead, Donald J. Trump in a tremendous upset.
History has been made. Jake, this is a moment a lot of people are going to remember.
You stupid.
You know, one of the best things about the Trump presidency is that it has destroyed the facade, the false image that this man, Donald Trump, has been spending his entire life crafting for himself. This guy is a serial loser.
By the way, you ready for this? And I'm president and they're not.
This man has spent his whole life failing.
I'm the president and you're fake news.
But Trump spent his entire life conning the American public and crafting this image.
The fake media tried to stop us from going to the White House, but I'm president and they're not.
He is a complete and total fraud.
You are fake news.
I'm willing to bet you're not even an actual billionaire. I'm willing to bet you're not even an actual billionaire.
No, dude, no fucking way.
By any measure, Donald Trump is filthy rich. Currently worth just over $3 billion, the real estate mogul and television star who found a third career as President of the United States can afford just about anything he wants. Here are the most incredible things the president spends his billions on. Trump doesn't collect dozens of cars, but what he does own are some of the most expensive, most powerful, and highest quality luxury vehicles ever made. He owns a 2003 Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, which ran over $445,000 upon release. He also keeps a 1997 Lamborghini Diablo VT, a Mercedes Maybach S600, a Tesla Roadster, and a 2016 Cadillac Escalade. In addition, he keeps a 2015 Rolls-Royce Phantom around. This vehicle starts at $500,000 and is fully customizable. Who knows how much Trump spent to make the interior as lush and golden as he likes everything else. Finally, there's his 1956 Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud. which is technically a replica. This was one of Trump's first cars, and he fell in love with it so much he eventually paid Rolls-Royce to make him a new one just like it. The offer was clearly enticing enough that the company happily agreed.
I'm willing to bet you're not even an actual billionaire.
You stupid.
Currently, the president owns not one, not two, but 17 different golf courses around the world. He spent hundreds of millions of dollars simply on buying all these properties. Take the Trump National Golf Club in Los Angeles. Trump paid $27 million to buy the course from its former owners. Trump and his organization have since spent over $260 million renovating and updating it, making it the single most expensive golf course in history. Though most of Trump's golf properties are based in the US, he also owns several courses in Ireland, Scotland, and Dubai. Once he leaves office, there's no reason to think he won't seek to add even more courses, possibly in more countries, to his repertoire. If Trump ever feels like a luxury helicopter is too cramped, he's always got his luxury private jet to play around in. His personal Boeing 757 is among the most valuable and most powerful private planes on the earth. Trump purchased the Boeing, which had been built in 2011, for an incredible $100 million. That alone makes the jet now formally dubbed Trump Force One, the 8th most expensive plane in the world. It's likely worth even more now that its owner has upgraded it so much. Inside, you'll find a lounge, bedrooms, a dining room, a guest room, and Trump's own personal master bedroom. Inside the master bedroom is a private cinematic entertainment system and a private bathroom. That bathroom, as befitting Trump, sports a sink with a 24-karat gold interior. But don't feel left out yet if you can't use that sink. Just about everything on the plane that can be is plated in gold. The plane itself is a technical marvel, featuring a state-of-the-art computerized glass cockpit and boasting 2 Rolls-Royce engines that can propel Trump Force One to speeds exceeding 500 miles an hour. Lots of rich people own helicopters. Trump, meanwhile, reportedly has 3, mostly because he's, well, Trump.
But Trump spent his entire life conning the American public and crafting this image that is now absolutely come crashing down.
Currently, Trump invests in properties all over the world. Outside of the US, buildings in Canada, India, the Philippines, South Korea, Turkey, and Uruguay all bear his name and fingerprints. In the United States, Trump owns buildings in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Illinois, Florida, Hawaii, and Nevada. It's difficult to say how much money he's invested over the decades, but considering his specialty is high-class luxury apartment life, it's safe to say he's spent hundreds of millions, if not billions, between buying, selling, and investing in all of these properties.
And yet, for some reason, the public always thought Donald, even when we saw these stories in the news before he was ever into politics, we still thought, you know what, he's still a pretty successful guy, he's a pretty good guy.
Donald Trump owns a humongous winery. Clearly, he's not his own best customer. In 2011, Trump purchased Charlottesville, Virginia's Kluge Estate Winery, and as the former Kluge Winery is currently valued at over $25 million.
His daddy gave him millions of dollars that he squandered, that he lost, that he couldn't turn a profit on to save his life.
Mr. Trump has at least 391 entities that have the word Trump or his initials in them.
He was always revered as some kind of great businessman. Why? Honestly, simply only because he told us he was. That was it. That was the only justification. You look back at that record, at the number of bankruptcies and failed business attempts that this man has had. The only people who don't seem to open their eyes to this and understand it are the people that actually show up to his rallies. You can't look back at this man's life and say, you know what? He did pretty damn good. No.
Stop!
And the biggest kicker on this is the fact that had he not run for president, and he could have maintained that facade. He could have maintained this little false image and been fine for the rest of his days. But he got greedy. And that's what always happens.
I'm going to be honest. He broke me. He broke me. He broke.
When greedy people want more and more and more, and they keep reaching for more, eventually it's all going to come crashing down.
I've spent, and I think I will, in a combination of loss and opportunity. Probably it'll cost me anywhere from $3 to $5 billion to be president. And the only thing I care about is this country. Couldn't care less, otherwise I wouldn't have done it.
And unfortunately for Trump, when he grasped that last rung of that ladder, which was the presidency, suddenly he realized how unstable that ladder was. And it's starting to tip.